DCI's John DeNovi and Open Class Coordinator Dave Eddleman are with me as we look to 2022, the 50th anniversary of DCI, at a reboot of SoundSport and a new SoundSport division. We're going to get into all of that with John and with Dave. But first, John, let's start with you. 2020 and 2021, no in-person SoundSport activities. Let's start with, there may be a whole bunch of people who don't even know what SoundSport is. Give us the origin story of SoundSport.
Sure. Well, we came back in around 2012. We knew that we needed to grow the activity, and we needed to do it in a way that lowered the barrier to entry, made it more affordable and more accessible for different types of ensembles to get involved. So we created a program called SoundSport that allows smaller ensembles to start out on a stage that's right sized for their unique sizes. So whereas in the past, we put a Division III corps in the middle of Camp Randall Stadium with 25 members, and they kind of get swallowed up in the big environment. So by creating a size field that's about 30 yards wide and 20 yards deep, it gives an ensemble a better, tighter fit. So it's a more appropriate ensemble size stage for that ensemble.
And it's also the size stage where you can put it in a variety of different places.
Yeah, and we that's been a big key of the program, is that we have been able to take it. Not only we can do a SoundSport show on a football field, but we can also do it inside of an arena. We can do it in front of a castle in Ireland, and we can do it in a public square in Shanghai, China. And we've done all those things, and so we've been able to really take advantage of the portability of taking the activity to the people as opposed to waiting for the people to come to us. So it's been a great promotional tool, and it's also been a great opportunity for the participating teams to get out there and play in front of audiences that normally they wouldn't have an opportunity to be in front of.
I'm on the board of directors of what is now a SoundSport unit out of Bixby, Oklahoma, Zephyrus, and they have open class aspirations. Dave Eddleman, SoundSport is a route to open class, isn't it?
It is a route. It's not necessarily, the SoundSport medium is not just to bring up open class or to bring up drum corps. And I think that's one of the things that we do a good job of serving, but at the same time, we want people to be aware of the fact that there's a whole lot more to SoundSport than that. And if you go to the SoundSport International Music and Food Festival in Indy, like the last live one in 2019, you see that. You see that in very clearly. And, with the saxophones or with all different kinds of instrumentation from all different kinds of places. And like John says, all different sizes. I mean, we had 5 and 6 member groups all the way up to the Calgary Stampede that had like 180 people there in that small space. And that kind of proves the theory that you can take a larger group too and perform in the SoundSport space that we provide, because it's a lot like a gym in a school building, and lots of bands will go in and play in the gym in their school building. So there's space there for even some of the larger groups to come and play and perform with us.
Dave, you have a new role as coordinator of something called SoundSport Scholastic. What is that?
SoundSport Scholastic is a really exciting opportunity to bring musical organizations from schools, and they could be middle schools, high schools, even universities, and to bring them into the DCI world. And we can do that by offering them things that they can perform in venues where they can perform during the school year, because SoundSport itself is a summer-based activity. But by doing SoundSport Scholastic, we're able to offer opportunities for performances in an arena similar to the same size as a SoundSport space that we use in the summertime. And school bands can participate, orchestras, choirs. It can be any kind of groups. Dance teams could come, cheerleaders could come to promote more cooperation between all the various groups that you typically find at a high school.
How many events do you have planned for 2022?
There's 5 events planned right now. They're kind of these strategic or premier events that we are placing at universities because they seem to have a really great environment and atmosphere for these kinds of activities. So right now we're looking at George Mason. We're looking at one in Florida. We're looking at other places in California, Indiana. We haven't solidified those because it's difficult to solidify university schedules with all the athletics and whatnot. But as they do get locked into place, we do plan on having 5 premier events next fall.
Will these be judged events?
They can be. And they can be judged in a very in a manner that is just basically looking at sights and sounds and judging in very similar to what we do with SoundSport, or for band directors, very similar to what they see when they go to a large group sit-down band contest, and they have 3 judges in front of them, and it's similar to that kind of a judging atmosphere, but very light and very casual, and making it be more of a fun and educational experience than it is a critically adjudicated event.
And one of the goals of all of this is to support Drum Corps International, which is the mothership, right, John? I mean, tie this all for the Drum Corps fan, tie this all back to that mothership.
Well, if you look at the mission statement of Drum Corps International, it clearly states our mission is to bring the life-enriching benefits of marching music to more people worldwide. And this program helps us do that in a way that we can't simply just do during the summer. This gives us opportunities to bring all kinds of musicians and all kinds of instrumentation and all kinds of ability levels and economic levels and diversity to what we do. So we're really excited about how it's going to help us to get closer to reaching our mission.